What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfcrier here, and today we're going to be talking about Last Epoch. This is a new action role-playing game that heads to Kickstarter tomorrow, April 17th, and it is currently in a pre-alpha stage, and you can play the demo for it right now, which I will link that down below, along with the links for their Discord and their main website. Now, I downloaded the demo being used as gameplay footage in this video a little while ago, and they do have a newer version available that I plan on downloading today. I did not play it right away because in the back of my mind I had that, oh boy, another alpha ARPG. But after reading up on the game's design goals, I decided to give it a go. And I am truly glad that I did, because so far I am impressed. From both a graphics and art style viewpoint, the game is very pleasing to the eyes. It's not overly cartoony. It seems like it can easily go into those bleak, dark places that great action role-playing games are exceptionally good at, and yet still offer a vibrant view of the world that this team is creating. And mastering both views of this world is necessary to the completion of their vision for the game. This game introduces time travel into the ARPG landscape. The world changes as time passes and as your story unfolds and impacts the world. So what was once a vibrant, lush area could potentially become a desolate, dark place, thousands of years in the future or in the past, as this game tends to move in a not-so-linear fashion. Some major landmarks would remain but be changed by time itself, and your purpose in the game so far seems to be acting to correct anomalies in the different eras while you attempt to save your timeline from the void, an ever-encroaching force that is consuming everything. In this video, I chose to play as the Beastmaster, a summoner that uses a combination of wolves, bears, and totems, but also has access to some elemental spells. The combat seemed smooth, and I found it engrossing enough to continue playing with this build. My pets were responsive to threats, and as I leveled up, I really enjoyed toying around with this build. I added the tornado skill as a way to group enemies for my beasts and keep myself from harm, and it was a rather fun build to play. For those of you that know me, I play a lot of Diablo 3, and although Last Epoch has a druid class specifically that I have not played as of yet, this build made me feel that if this class were introduced as the druid in Diablo 3, I would be a very happy man, as this playstyle is the summoner of my dreams. But it also makes me want to try other classes, other builds, and see exactly what this game has to offer. And you can bet on more videos about this game as I try those out. Last Epoch offers 5 distinct classes: the Mage, the Primalist, the Acolyte, the Knight, and the Rogue. And each of these classes can choose from one of 2 masteries available to them. These masteries are the Sorcerer and the Spellblade for the Mage class. You've got the Beastmaster and Druid for the Primalist, Warlock and Necromancer for the Acolyte, Void Knight and Paladin for the Knight class. I definitely want to check out that Void Knight. And Blade Dancer or Marksman for the Rogue. Essentially giving you the option of 10 classes available to you, each with a varying skill set and gameplay options. Each class and mastery chosen opens up a variety of skills to choose as you level your character, and this game does some pretty cool things when it comes to the passive trees. First up, you have a passive tree for your class that seems pretty in-depth, but not too overwhelming. You spend access points that you gain as you level up to open nodes, and you gain node points to spend in those spots every 5 levels, allowing for varied results and paths that you can take with your class. Then, in addition addition to your class passive tree, you will be able to specialize into your skills, opening up passive trees for individual skills used in your build, allowing for an even greater customization of that build. This is a pretty unique way to handle skills, a completely different take compared to runes in Diablo 3 or socketed support gems in Path of Exile, but still allowing you to augment your skills in a similar manner. From my viewpoint, neither of these passive trees appear to be super overwhelming, an issue that hinders some players' access to Path of Exile, nor are they super simplified to the point of Diablo 3, which tends to hinder meaningful build variations. Now, certain features in the game that are either already implemented or will be at some point in the future are crafting. This game features a crafting system that allows you to augment your gear as you progress, using shattering stones to break down gear pieces into shards capable of adding stats to the gear that you choose to wear. There will be risk involved as those stats and augments become greater, adding a risk versus reward factor to crafting that is usually more common in MMOs than straight up ARPGs, which I think will be a welcome addition to the game. This game will also offer both online play and offline solo play, a feature not found as often as players would like in today's always online gaming culture. So for those of you looking for that ARPG that can be played offline, this might just be what you are looking for. And although not implemented as of yet, the game will offer multiplayer in which you can party with your friends and enjoy your adventures together. To the best of my knowledge, this is already being tested by the development team. This game will also offer trading by way of a bazaar system, a marketplace if you will, currently in development. This system will be designed to allow trading, but still prioritize gameplay over trading as a way to make it to the end game. The overall idea, as stated by one of the developers to me personally, is to make things easier for players, but harder for bots in the game. We'll have to see how this aspect of the game shapes up as its development progresses. And trading or gifting between friends will be a part of the game for sure. Other things that will be added to the game are PvP. You've got ladders, competitive leaderboards, and cycles, which would be similar to seasons in Diablo 3 or leagues in Path of Exile. Since I began working on this video, I have found the developers to be extremely helpful and approachable. I spent an hour or so in their Discord today asking question after question, and they did their best to answer every single question I had. Something that I personally find to be this team's greatest asset. They communicate directly with their community and seem to be fully invested in this endeavor. And while I was in that Discord channel, as I worked on this video, I watched as they interacted with those new to the game, and it was pretty cool to witness that from a game company. In addition to the dev team's devotion, they also seem to have a clear, defined vision of their expectations from themselves. Their Kickstarter page shows an estimated release schedule, a timeline of where this team expects or hopes to be over the course of the next 2 years, with a full game release in 2 years' time. While this may possibly be a bit ambitious, I think that if this team holds steadfast in its commitment and continues to be focused on their end goals, this is entirely possible. And I like the fact that they included this timeline on their Kickstarter page, because it matters for those of us in the gaming community that companies do their best to stick to a certain schedule, especially those seeking money for a game that is in early development, something other upcoming ARPGs might be inclined to learn from. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have my overview of Last Epoch, and I definitely will be doing more videos of this game, and I will be streaming that tonight, so if you're free and want to stop by the stream, twitch.tv/wolfcrier, feel free to do so. If you got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them, or I will get you that information. And like I said, I will be doing more videos on this game because I'm very intrigued. I like the gameplay. I actually had a very fun time playing it today while making the gameplay for the video. I actually just kept going and going and going until I couldn't go anymore. So it held my interest, and I'm very glad to see that. And hopefully this works out well for the 11th Hour Games team, because I think that overall they have a very good idea, and if implemented correctly and they hold firm with what they want to accomplish, they can definitely bring this to the forefront of the ARPG genre. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button down below. That is always greatly appreciated, as are all those likes. Always appreciate those. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to check out my video. I always greatly appreciate it. And definitely comment below what type of videos you'd like to see about this game, or what your thoughts in general are about Last Epoch. This is definitely a cool looking game. Feel free to check it out. Like I said, links down below for their site, the download to their demo, as well as their Discord channel. You can go there, you can ask them questions. They're very responsive. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again, and you all have a fantastic day. Peace.